Thank you so much for the kind words. And, very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I would like to thank Kotak Institutional Equities for granting me this platform, as well as all of you here today who have invested your time. Let me assure you, I will try to make the best out of your time and hope to try to compensate you well enough. You look so much like Arnab Goswami. If something happens to him, Times Now knows where to go. I cannot begin without giving credit to my dear father, late Shri Bansilal M. Jumani, जिन्होंने इस 5000 साल साइंस पुरानी साइंस ऑफ न्यूमरोलॉजी को रिवाइव किया बैक होम इन इंडिया, वेयर इट बिलोंग्ड. 15 साल पहले आप लोगों ने एस्ट्रोलॉजी के बारे में सुना होगा, सालों से सुन रहे हैं, बट प्रोबेबली वेरी फ्यू ऑफ यू would have actually heard of numerology 15 years ago. From कहो ना प्यार है to क्योंकि सास भी कभी बहू थी to a kusum with a double K or a big boss with an extra G or a dabang with an extra G. I don't know how many of you have noticed these titles. To Tanno Ved Manu returns or Sing is bling with an extra I or the latest airlift given by Akshay Kumar. Numerology has come a long way. It is indeed a noble profession that we are able to bring hope and happiness in people's lives. There have been at least 3 dozen childless couples who have become proud parents today. And such cases give us more happiness than a film which would cross 200 or 300 crores. Today, numerology has made its presence felt so much that the RTO offices are flooded with requests for lucky number plates. The Gazette offices are thronged with people for change of name forms. A very latest trend is that of people naming newborn babies as per numerology, and I believe it is one of the best gifts that you can give your child at this stage rather than struggle for light after 20, 30, 40 years like I had to. I started off early at 15, used to take a briefcase to college and attend 3 lectures and 3 jobs. The 3 jobs that I did helped me more than the 3 lectures that I attended in college. And for 17 long years, I did have to struggle in my sales job to make 2 ends meet. Till Sanjay Jumaani became Sanjay B. Jumaani, an extra B in my name was added by my father, an extra A in Jumaani. 6 months down the line, I ended up quitting my struggling sales job, and here I am. If you thought it's only the recent crop of producers who have been following numerology, he did name few like Ekta Kapoor, Rakesh Roshan. You will be surprised to know that there have been people as long as Yash Chopra ji who has been following the powers of the subject very secretly. Yash Chopra was a number 9 born on 27th of October and September. And he used his best numbers 3, 6 and 9 whenever he would release his film dates, be it the title. When Rati Agnihotri ji had met me a couple of months ago and her biggest blockbuster, Ek Duje Ke Liye, when I told her that it had an extra U, she was shocked. She did not know that her biggest blockbuster had an extra alphabet. There you can see the title, a W. Kabhi Kabhi had an I and an E. Last week, Rishi Kapoor ji had tweeted at the anniversary of the film that numerology had helped this film as well. Mujhse Friendship Karoge had a few A's. Dar had an extra R. Right to the latest films that he released. Ek Tha Tiger was released on 15, again a day adding up to 6. Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge added up to number 6, Venus, one of his best numbers. You have seen Shaukin. Some of you have seen the film, most of you have enjoyed it, but you have not seen not 2 but 3 E's in Shaukin, and you can see that right now. A triple E, and that's not a spelling mistake. In fact, my father proved all the school teachers wrong who said you can't do anything in life if you make spelling mistakes. Shakespeare साहब कहते थे, what's in a name? हम कहते हैं lord's in a name. While the great bard is no more, his name at least is with us. In fact, lord's in a signature too. And here I would like to give you all some general tips with regards to a signature. All of us have a name, all of us have a signature. And this is the signature of the great Adolf Hitler, as you can see, rising from one side, plunging down south on the other. So a general advice is never come down with the last alphabet. Your name should end on a high, just like Kotak Securities arrows that you can see here. And I was very happy to know from the team that they heard me in one of the interviews recently and they followed that suggestion. Well, I deserve a check for that separately. And this is the signature of tainted Indian captain Mohammad Azharuddin, going up from one side and the line or platform plunging down. Clearly, I need Pooja Makhija's help. Chennai Express was one train that flew in Bollywood, and we had recommended them to use the title in an upward plane with a platform below, and that is what I recommend you all guys here. Sign करिए ऊपर की तरफ, like a plane taking off, सीधे train की तरह नहीं. आप यहाँ से बेंगलोर जाते हैं, you would like to go by plane, not by train, unless you're going with your girlfriend. So sign ऊपर की तरफ कीजिए with a platform or a support below. Dabang had an extra G, and the title is again going upwards. And this film made a star, a superstar. Of course, Salman, number 9, was also in his 45th year, then 45, did up to 9 Mars, his own number. Now, this is a film that came and went. The title was Go Ai Kavi or Go Kavi Chale Gaye Malum Nahi Pada, Ram Gopal Verma ki film. And if you will see the title, G upar hai, O niche aa raha hai. While Go Airways, on the other hand, is doing good business. Sing is Bling was a recent blockbuster that was suggested by us always. You will see an extra I, you will see the title going upwards. Not many people like the film, but it made moolah. You can see the platform below as well. Before that, Sing is King was also our suggestion with an extra N. Brothers title भी ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है और मैंने Facebook में prediction की थी on the day of release before seeing the film that the movie will take a good start, but the film can come crashing down, and unfortunately that is what happened exactly. The first 3 days it did very well, very good business. The 4th day, acid test Monday, was a terror. If you will notice, the last alphabet S is again coming backwards, plunging down. So it went up and then came back and down. These are vibrations, these are energies. The universe has a lot to call for. Ask for positive energies, you get them. Shah Rukh Khan used a negative burning skull in a helmet logo for 4 long years and suffered with KKR, Night Riders team. We'll come to that later. A dot is a full stop. So between or after names, never put a dot. I guess there are a lot of Rahul Gandhi fans here, a lot of smiles. So you can see the dot at the end of his signature. And this was one of the 3 reasons why we had picked up Narendra Modi 4 years ago, जबकि नामो वेव भी नहीं था उस समय. That Rahul was in his 44th year, 4 plus 4 added up to 8, Saturn or Shani, not one of his good numbers, was the second factor. That Narendra Modi was in his 64th year, 6 plus 4 added up to 1, Sun, which stands for leadership, was the third factor. So unless you are a Rahul Gandhi fan, don't put dots after your signature or between your name. Why do you need full stops? A.R. Rahman used to put dots between his name. Years ago, we suggested him to take them off, and he's not complaining. He picked up the Oscars within 8 to 9 months of taking off the dots from between A.R. Rahman. Hence, you will always find my name in any article that you read as Sanjay B. Jumaani with no dots in between. Now, there is another candidate here who had been struggling for donkey's years, and I don't have to tell you anything more. You know the reason why. L.K. Advani. Graphology is also a powerful science, and we believe the alphabet should not be broken. Phantom was one good movie that we predicted wouldn't do well. You will see the alphabets are broken. So don't use broken alphabets, whether it is your brand, your logo, your name, your signature. These are some graphology tips. If you will notice the Y at the extreme left corner, there is a loop, it is covered from below. They are like money sacks. So if you leave the Y open as opposed to the one on the right, savings में problem आ सकते हैं. Close the Y from bottom. As well as the G or the small j that you can see. The P, phantom P. The T should not look like a plus mark. The signature below should not cut any alphabet. Sorry. So these are some graphology tips which are also available on our website, jumaani.com, Jumaani. So you don't worry, you don't have to click the pictures. You can click my picture if you want to. Black color is the color of Saturn or Shani, which is the strict lord of judgment. And for many years, it has been the color of mourning in many communities as well, be it Hindus or Christians. And we have been discouraging people from wearing black, or at least try to minimize black as much as you possibly can. In fact, protest करने के लिए बैंड भी पहनते हैं तो ब्लैक पहनते हैं. बचपन में आप सुनते हो मुंह काला नहीं करना है आपको अपना. So black is the color of Shani, which is the very strict lord of judgment. New Zealand team is a classic example which have struggled in the one-day format for nearly 3 decades wearing the color black. Shah Rukh Khan was also suggested the same Night Riders के लिए at the start of the tournament not to use black, and struggled for a good 4 years wearing black till better sense prevailed, till they took a consultation, till black became purple, and they are not complaining either. They picked up 2 trophies soon after the change of the color. For the first time ever, New Zealand came in the finals of a World Cup last year, but for the first time ever they added blue to their otherwise full black jersey. So if you ask me, can we do the same mix and match black with blue? तो मेरा जवाब होगा final तलक ही पहुंचोगे आप. You don't want to reach till the final, you want to cross across. This was the negative burning skull in a helmet logo that I was talking to you about. A lot of you guys know about Vyapam and the scandal, Vyapam scandal. So we have not one but 2 question marks. This is the logo. Logo का काम है कहना. So logo is one aspect also of numerology or astrology. And this logo is clearly negative, not one but 2 question marks. And that too in red. Red is a good color. For energy, it is a good color. We use red also on our logo, but do not overdo red. Like, do not use 95% of red, like Dr. Vijay Mallya did. Be it Kingfisher or SpiceJet is also not making a lot of profits. Air India, last year for the first time ever, they registered some paltry profits. Now coming back to the color black, if you are following cricket and the last series that India thrashed Australia in the T20, but got thrashed before that by the same very team days ago. The one-day series, Australia picked up comfortably, thrashing India 4-1. While within the same week, India played with the very same team. Australia did not send back a B team. The very same team wore blackish green and were thrashed by India 3-love. From losing 1-4 to winning 3-love, these are examples that we see every day, day-to-day life. Katti Batti and Hero were 2 disasters that director Nikhil Advani gave just months ago, 6 months or so ago. And for giving 2 back-to-back disasters, it can cause anyone to get depressed, and he was no exception. And I could read it in his name that his name added up to the number 44 or 8 Saturn, which denotes struggle, and then he did approach us. With the extra K, his name was brought on number 1, and 6 months after doing the same, following the suggestions, he sends me a gift hamper with a note attached. Sanjay ji, thank you for the airlift. It took just 5 to 6 months. And thankfully in Bollywood, you are known by the last film that you give. So people don't remember him for Katti Batti and Hero, they remember him for airlift now. A lot of bankers are also giving lucky bank account options nowadays. IndusInd, I remember, had spent nearly 30 crores with Sharman Joshi in the saddle offering you to open lucky bank account numbers. Now that was a big mistake that they did, with due respects to IndusInd. Sharman Joshi doesn't know your lucky numbers. I do. Or a numerologist, a qualified numerologist would. So if at all you have such thoughts in mind, opening a bank account number, do consult a numerologist. Lakshmi aati jati hai aapke bank account se. And we cannot do without our cell phones. I'm sure none of you have forgotten your cell phones at home. मोबाइल पे डिपेंडेंसी बढ़ता जा रहा है हम लोगों का. तो आपका मोबाइल नंबर भी एक इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है. And in numerology, we do the same. We suggest you what numbers you should take for your lucky mobile number as well as your account numbers. Have any of you forgotten your mobile at home? No. You don't want your wife to read your girlfriend's messages. So now, I would like to talk a little bit about the stock market. Finally, both Bollywood हो गया. Before that, I would like to throw light on the number 8, Saturn. Maybe some of you out there could be governed by Saturn. Even I am. My destiny number is 8, Saturn. And Saturn या शनि circles में भगाते ज़रूर हैं. बाद में पप्पू को पास करते हैं. तो last year was a year adding to number 8, 2015. When at the beginning of the year, everything was going honky-dory in the stock markets. When we said that the markets could come down, it could crash. In fact, a very well-known broker from the markets had met me in Australia and suggested to me that she's selling her 5 BHK apartment in Cuff Parade to invest in the stock markets. And she wanted my thumbs up. I said, even if your times are very good and if the times are very good in the stock markets, I'm not going to give you my thumbs up. And certainly not for this year or any year, but this year, no. She said, no, Mr. Jumaani, I'll prove you wrong. And you will see to it that the markets go up by at least 25 to 30%. In fact, all of you would be knowing that it did shave off nearly 25% last year. तो शनि इम्तिहान लेते हैं. बहुत सारे tragedies हो रहे हैं आजकल on dates adding to 8. You all are aware of Gujarat earthquake that happened on 26th of January. 26 July, Mumbai heights, we cannot forget it. 26 मार्च को गोधरा हुआ था. 26 November को Kasab and team attacked Indians in India's 62nd year of independence. When the tsunami hit us, it was so terrible that it was a 888 that day because 26 plus 12 plus 2004 added up also to an 8. पहला number भी 8 था. Capricorn ruler is also Saturn, Shani. Very few people know that both the Malaysian airline tragedies happened on dates adding to 8. 8th March को पहली plane, it went missing. Incidentally, it was the 404th Boeing produced by the company, which is 8. The other plane that was shot down in Ukraine was shot down on 17 July. And when you add 17 plus 7 plus 2014, we got a number 4. 4 and 8 जब एक साथ आ जाते हैं, then they can cause trouble. And the number 8 should not be associated with the 4 or 8. Ironically, this plane had an exact lifespan of 17 years क्योंकि 17 साल पहले 17 जुलाई को पहली बार it took off. It was MH17. Incidentally, MS4, H is 5 and 5 plus 4 plus 17 again give us a 26. So Saturn is definitely not an easy way out, and if you are governed by number 8 Saturn, I would suggest you work on your hard work and karams, and if they are spot clean, Shani can take you to heights. Both our prime ministers have been number 8s. Dr. Manmohan Singh was a number 8 whose name added up to number 1, son, one of his best numbers. Narendra Modi ji, born on 17th of September, again a number 8. With his name ready-made adding up to 41 or number 5. So 1, 3, 5 and 6 are the best numbers for number 8s. 1 for Sun, 3 Jupiter, 5 Mercury, 6 Venus. So coming back to the stock market this year, unlike last year where we had said that we expect that Shani does not like shortcuts and the markets can come crashing down. This year I do see light, I do see hope, especially once we cross 15th August. After 15th August, we should bounce back. In fact, even from April to May, you should be able to see correction. And then as we enter 17, which gives us number 1, which stands for sun or leadership. A lot of number 1s are ruling the world. Carlos Slim Hellu, he is born on 28th, the richest man in the world. Our client Mukesh Ambani ji is born on 19th of April, the number 1. Ratan Tata is a number 1. Sun Pharma ke owner, he's a number 1. So number 1 stands for leadership. Lata Mangeshkar in music, or Shaimak Dawar as a dance instructor, or Osama bin Laden as a terrorist. Number 1s do well in what they are doing. So next year और भी उम्मीद है मुझे markets को लेके. If you are 4 or 8 number person, I would recommend do not invest in your own names. अगर आप invest करते हो तो आपके spouses या बच्चों के नाम पे invest करिए जो 4 या 8 number के नहीं हैं. There are a lot of corporates also which have followed the powers of the wonderful science, and Mukesh Ambani ji की मैं बात कर रहा था. After the first victory, after KKR's first victory, Nita Ambani ji called me saying, Mr. Jumaani, आप मुंबई में रहते हो और कलकत्ता की टीम को सजेशन देते हैं. I said, मैं पाकिस्तान को भी दूंगा अगर कंसल्ट करेंगे मुझे, और अगर क्रिकेट के लिए कंसल्ट करेंगे, not for anything else. And she was joking, of course. I suggested them to add the sun colors like I was mentioning right now. Mukesh ji number 1 ke 19th April, and Neeta ji is also incidentally a number 1 1st of November. 1 sun के colors में gold, yellow, brown और orange हम लोगों ने recommend किया था उनको. And they added gold to Mumbai Indians 4 years ago. 4 years down the line, they have picked up 2 trophies. So colors play an important role. That's my point. Black और red के बारे में थोड़ा बात किया था मैंने already. Yellow एक dominant color है. Kings of the forest, lion या tiger कहो या most sought after metal, gold, yellow है. Australia have won 5 World Cups, the most by any team in cricket, wearing yellow. World Cup सबसे ज़्यादा ब्राज़ील ने फुटबॉल में उठाए 4 World Cup, wearing yellow. ऑस्ट्रेलिया की वुमेन्स टीम ने सबसे ज़्यादा वर्ल्ड कप्स उठाए, they wear yellow as well. So yellow is a good color which you can use probably in your stationery or attire, your surroundings. येलो के दूसरे शेड्स भी हैं, ब्राउन, गोल्ड, ऑरेंज. और ब्लू एक जनरली सेफ कलर है. ब्लू रिप्रेजेंट्स वीनस, द कलर ऑफ लव, पीस एंड हार्मनी. रेमंड्स की एग्जांपल भी दूंगा. वन ब्रांड विच डिड वेरी वेल आफ्टर ड्रॉपिंग 1 S. नॉट मेनी ऑफ यू वुड बी नोइंग रेमंड्स था पहले, नाउ इट इज रेमंड. While 10 years ago when Haldiram consulted us, we added an extra S in Haldiram. It is now Haldirams. But it is not always spelling changes that we recommend in numerology. It's a myth that हमेशा आपकी spelling change हो. Rahul Dravid या Anil Kumble, they are 2 Indian cricketers जिनके spelling में कोई changes नहीं थे. Signature change करने के बाद Indian captain बन गए. And then we have likes of Shah Rukh Khan और Varun Dhawan जिनकी name by default ready-made numbers पे add होते हैं. A lot of names are ready-made, like Kotak. And no, they haven't paid me anything to say that. So I guess that's it. Now I would like to invite some questions if you have some. कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं आप generally about the subject. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. I'm sure we have lots of questions. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All of these places are black. So do you recommend that we change it to yellow?
Yes, you can do that. I do not carry a black pad or an iPad, or even a mobile is white. So you can do that. Certain places you cannot avoid black, like your lovely black hair. I can see some.
Anybody else?
Sorry, just one more. So
Yes.
when you say that your numbers need to add up, is it just your date of birth or the month and
Yes,
the
sir,
year?
that's a good question, sir. The primary number is the principal number. Like I'm born on 30th of August. 30 is 3 number Jupiter. That's my principal number. And I'm a Virgo. Virgo ruler is number 5 Mercury. And then 30 August 1968 totals to 8 Saturn. So Saturn also influences me. So the influence of the primary number is the most. Then comes the zodiac ruler and then your destiny number. By the way, I share my birthday with Warren Buffett. The difference is he used to throw newspapers at the age of 10, and I'm still throwing newspapers. Yes, sir.
So other than 8, are there any other numbers that are bad for you? Or
I would not say 8 is bad also.
Lucky?
like I was saying, if your hard work and karams are good, like Shah Rukh Khan broke his shoulder in his 44th year, A.R. Rahman picked up Oscars in his 44th year. Gary Krishnan, our Indian coach, picked up the World Cup in his 44th year. I had a terrific 35th year and a difficult 44th year. So 8 is Shani, Jaisi Karni, Vaisi Bharni, it's like that. But generally when you travel, I do not travel on dates adding to 4 and 8. Last year I was in Dubai on 31st of October and I booked my ticket for 1st, though I was free to travel on 31st. And on 1st, unfortunately, I read in the newspaper about the Russian airline that crashed on 31st. So generally try to avoid doing anything important on 4 and 8. If your bank account number or mobile number adds up to 4 or 8, try to change that. If your house number adds up to 4 or 8, put a B, K or R, B for Bombay, K for Kite, R for Romeo, any one of these alphabets to nullify the effect, because these alphabets add up to number 2. So 4 plus 2, 6 ho jayega, Shukra, Venus, 8 plus 2, 1 ho jayega, Sun, which are good numbers.
Okay, any other questions? About the stock market specifically, if you have a question? August 15th is what Mr. Jumaani says.
Yes, sir.
You'll see an uptick after that.
सर पूरा हांगकांग, पूरा सिंगापुर, पूरा चाइना 8 पे मरता है.
Yes, sir.
Thousands of dollars देते हैं उनका नंबर 8888 होने के लिए.
Absolutely.
आपका कमेंट.
सर एक मोबाइल नंबर है जिसको आप गूगल करना 10 times 8, और ये मोबाइल के जितने ओनर्स थे, कम से कम 15 ओनर, very eerily they passed away in very very strange circumstances. Do Google this. 10 times 8. आपको पता है चाइना और सिंगापुर 8 नंबर क्यों लकी मानते हैं? Have you ever bothered understanding why? No, you haven't. You're not. It's not your subject. I'll tell you why. It is for the simple and stupid reason that the number 8 rhymes with the word fortune in Chinese, and that is the only reason why they all run after number 8, because it rhymes with the word fortune. There have been many calamities in China also which have happened on dates adding to 8. I have a huge list and time won't permit me to say that.
4 adds to death. 4 signifies death.
सर 4 नंबर 13 नंबर के बारे में बहुत सारे मिथ्स हैं. हर नंबर की, जैसे मैं कह रहा था, ब्यूटी है, क्योंकि अगर खाली 4 और 8 नंबर्स खराब होते थे तो हॉस्पिटल या जेल में वही नंबर के लोग मिलते थे हमें. तो my son is born on 31st and we did not do anything to stop him from being born on 31st. We could have used a C-section, but we believe in Mother Nature. नाम तो अपने हाथ में है ही. So we don't come in between Mother Nature. A lot of people ask us what day to deliver, so we do not give our expertise unless and until it has to be a C-section. And a lot of people ask us for male children. The other day, an IS officer's son asked me for a male child. And I told him that I'm going to throw you and your father both out of my office if you repeat this question again. Thank you, sir.
Sanjay ji, how many times have you been wrong?
Sir, I will not say that I have not wrong. There have been awkward moments also where I have to hide face, but I don't do that, because I look at Salman Khan who gave Veer, I look at Amitabh Bachchan who gave Boom, I look at Sachin Tendulkar who made a 0. So we all can go wrong, and we never offer warranties therefore. We do say that success is a blend of good fortune and hard work. So we can go right 80% of the times on an average, but we never play God. 2 लोग आपको गारंटी दे सकते हैं, हम दोनों में से नहीं हैं. एक है गॉड, दूसरे हैं फ्रॉड.
Yeah, Gaurav.
Starting 15th August, how long do you see the bull market lasting? How many years?
Now we come to the specific question.
So like I was telling you, it should start from that period and then move on, because 2017 से number 1 sun आता है, and by the end of 2017 I think ये जो run है फिर थोड़ा correction आ सकती है, and of course दिन है तो रात आनी है, but not as bad as last year. 2017 के बाद के साल की बात कर रहा हूँ. Then by 2019 or by 2022, it's too long ago, and I remember one of our people in our industry who used to talk about the future and who still does that, Bejan Daruwala साहब, but I do respect him for that now, क्योंकि उनके विजन के हिसाब से इंडिया सुपर पावर होना था somewhere now, and I had read that as a child some years ago, and he was quite right. So maybe अब 2022 की बात कर रहा हूँ, आपको लग रहा है कि बहुत आगे की बात कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन that is what I can see in the numbers. क्योंकि इंडिया एड्स अप टू 3, भारत एड्स अप टू 6, 3, 6 and 9 आर वन फैमिली ऑफ नंबर्स। 2022 से 6 नंबर आता है। हम अपने 63rd ईयर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस में थे, 9 नंबर के ईयर में। 2010 था 3 नंबर का ईयर, जब वर्ल्ड वाज रीलिंग, लेकिन इंडिया एक कंट्री थी जो अच्छी कर रही थी उस समय। सो मच दैट पीपल लाइक ओबामाज एंड सार्कोजीज वर एंटरिंग अ कंट्री फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम दैट ईयर। सो वैसे 3, 6, 9 and 9 हैव प्लेड एन इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल इन आवर सक्सेस। 15 अगस्त 6 नंबर का डे है। 1947 ऐड करोगे 3 नंबर, 1983 वर्ल्ड कप जब जीता था 3 नंबर। 90% ऑफ द मैचेस दैट वी वन इन द वर्ल्ड कप विच वाज स्टेज इन इंडिया, बीसीसीआई ने डेट फिक्सिंग किया, मैच फिक्सिंग सुना है आपने, डेट फिक्सिंग किया हमें कंसल्ट करके, एंड 90% ऑफ द मैचेस वन 3, 6 and 9 and we picked up the cup too.
Another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think Modi will come back to power in 2019?
For him to come back, he needs to go, na? That's a
been
good
there.
question, sir. नरेंद्र मोदी का नाम जो है 41 पे ऐड हो रहा है. It has a loophole, and his signature has a loophole. If you will Google his signature, मोदी दी जो है हिंदी में करते हैं, ई नीचे आती है. ऊपर की तरफ जा रहे हैं नरेंद्र मोदी, लेकिन लास्ट में ई नीचे आ रही है. और 41 नंबर मर्क्यूरी है. मर्क्यूरी इज मर्क्यूरियल एज इन अ थर्मामीटर. ऊपर जाता है लेकिन फिर नीचे आता है. एंड टीम साउथ अफ्रीका एंड क्रिकेट एड अप टू द सेम नंबर 41. एंड अ लॉट ऑफ यू गाइज नो दे आर नोन एज चोकर्स इन क्रिकेट. जल्दी सेमीफाइनल और फाइनल तक जाते हैं मगर slip down as well. So that is what Narendra Modi adds up to, 41 number. So it is not a very consistent number. But there's no opposition. So far there's no opposition.
So the question that many people have about numerologists, why don't you use your skill to become a multi-billionaire by speculating in the stock market or predicting the lucky numbers of a lottery?
So why do I need to do that? I'm doing well now. I just came in my Jaguar 10 years ago as a salesman. Even my boss didn't have a Jaguar, I have one now. So why do I need to do that? I'm happy I come back home at 4:30. How many of you guys go back home at 4:30? I go to Carter Road, take a walk, I come back, watch an English film with my wife. How many of you guys do that?
Okay.
I have time for my girlfriends too. I hope it's not. Oh, you're recording everything.
Yeah, everything is recorded, yeah. So do you ever play the lottery, play in a casino, play any game of chance?
No sir.
Never?
Because जब मेहनत से ऊपर वाले दे रहे हैं तो मैं चांस में नहीं बिलीव करता हूँ सर. Why go for shortcuts? I mean, सीधे उंगली से घी निकल रहा है, क्यों टेढ़ा करूँ उसे?
Sorry, what is the question? अच्छा, which particular stocks?
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री मेरे हिसाब से अच्छी करेगी. मेक इन इंडिया मूवमेंट लास्ट ईयर जो जिसको जंग लगा था, ये साल पिकअप ज़रूर करेगा. तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंजीनियरिंग सेक्टर्स से मुझे उम्मीद है, बट नॉट रियल्टी. रियल्टी कैन टेक अ गुड 2 or 3 years.
Sorry, what?
निफ्टी का नंबर.
निफ्टी का नंबर
आज तक देखा नहीं है मैंने.
You mean the Nifty 50, the 50 number? 51?
इनफैक्ट निफ्टी एड्स अप टू 19 नंबर, जिसमें 1 नंबर सन है, 9 नंबर मार्स है. दबंग विद एक्स्ट्रा जी वाज ब्रॉट ऑन 19. राहुल द्रविड़ एक टेस्ट प्लेयर थे जिन्हें 19 नंबर जर्सी की रिकमेंडेशन जब मेरे डैड ने दी थी. टेस्ट क्रिकेटर से वनडे स्पेशलिस्ट बन गए. 2 साल बेस्ट क्रिकेटर ऑफ द ईयर इन वनडे क्रिकेट मिला उन्हें, फॉर अ पर्सन हु वाज नॉट चोजन इन वनडे क्रिकेट. तो निफ्टी अच्छे नंबर पे ऐड हो रहे हैं.
Yeah, just use the mic so people in the back can hear what you're saying.
What should one keep in mind while buying a house?
One, Vastu. I do believe in Vastu as well. And the other is the house number. Like I was just indicating, avoid numbers adding to 4 and 8. And अगर आपके घर में कोई अर्थ साइन के मेंबर हैं, अर्थ साइन में वर्गोज आते हैं, कैप्रिकॉन आते हैं, टॉरियन आते हैं, तो प्रॉपर्टी उनके नाम पे लेंगे तो बेनिफिट ज़्यादा कर सकते हैं आप. अगर कोई अर्थ साइन के नहीं है आपके फैमिली में, तो मैं वर्गो हूँ, अर्थ साइन का हूँ, मेरे नाम पे यूज कर सकते हैं.
Yeah. Yeah, just be.
जैसे हम सब जानते हैं कि एस्ट्रोलॉजी, न्यूमरोलॉजी सब दे आर ऑल डिफरेंट ब्रांचेस. सो कभी ऐसे मौके आए हैं जब एस्ट्रोलॉजी कुछ और कह रहा हो और न्यूमरोलॉजी कुछ और कह रहा हो, and उसमें आपने क्या किया?
और वास्तु कुछ और.
या कह सकते हैं देयर आर डिफरेंट मेथड्स. आपको अगर एस्ट्रोलॉजर ने रेड कोरल रिकमेंड किया, मैं एमरल्ड कर सकता हूँ. और टैरो कार्ड रीडर आपको ब्लू सफायर भी कह सकते हैं. इट इज़ जस्ट लाइक एलोपैथी या होम्योपैथ, आयुर्वेद, तीनों को आपको क्योर करने का पावर है, लेकिन आप फुलिश है तीनों के पास जा रहे हैं. तो डोंट गो टू ऑल द 3 डॉक्टर्स, जस्ट कंसल्ट वन पर्सन whom you believe. After you go to an astrologer, don't again go visiting a numerologist, again a tarot card reader. Many cooks spoil the broth. So मैं फेथ रखता हूँ एक डॉक्टर पे, उसके पास ही जाता हूँ. जा भी सकते हैं, लाइक आई सेड, मेथड्स अलग हो सकते हैं ट्रीट करने के आपको. 10 years ago, NSN was bad for the heart, now it is good for the heart. So there could be contradictions also, but आपके faith और belief पे.
Do you consider numerology to be a science?
Yes, I would consider to be an occult science, not a perfect science, but perfect science is like medicine भी गारंटी नहीं लेते हैं, आप पे ऑपरेट करते हैं और कहते हैं कि आप रिस्पॉन्सिबल है ऑपरेशन के लिए, मैं नहीं. So it is an occult science for sure.
And how do you distinguish an occult science from, say, superstition?
Sir, superstition is what a person does not believe in something which is tangible. Now, अगर आप एथिस्ट की बात करें तो उनके लिए गॉड में बिलीव करना भी सुपरस्टिशन है. तो आप और मैं अगर मंदिर मस्जिद जाते हैं तो वी डोंट बिकम स्टूपिड, एंड ही इज़ नॉट स्टूपिड बिकॉज ही कंसिडर्स अस सुपरस्टिशियस. तो आई डू ट्राई टू यूज़ माई लकी डेट. जब मुझे गौरव ने सजेस्ट किए थे कि हमारा सेमिनार 22nd, 23rd, 24th को है, आई चोज 24th विच वॉज अ लकी डेट, हैंस आई एम रॉकिंग, थैंक यू गाइस. So I chose my lucky day, I choose my lucky color, I try to travel on my lucky date, but if the pretty air hostess gives me a seat number which is not from my lucky number, I don't fight with the pretty air hostess. So जितना possible है हम follow करते हैं इस science को. और एक टाइम पे मैं भी मानता था कि ऐसी चीज़ें नहीं होती हैं. 17 years स्ट्रगल किया सेल जॉब में. मेरे डैड के पास आते थे मेरे फ्रेंड्स, रिलेटिव्स टू टेक हिज एडवाइस, एंड आई यूज्ड टू मॉक एट देम कि इन चीज़ों पे आप बिलीव करते हो. बट टाइम आता है, बिलीफ आपकी जैसे बढ़ती है और बढ़ती है और बढ़ती है.
So one of the cornerstones of human achievement is the belief in yourself and your abilities and your work.
Yes, I guess one of the audience sitting here has also met me sometime in Delhi. Can you please rate?
There you are.
आप अपनी एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहेंगे आधा एक मिनट में?
Yeah, we'll just give you a mic.
So like a lot of things that I do, I heard you. You suggested something, you suggested a spelling change in my name. I haven't done it so far. But yes, I can consider it sometime in the future, but I haven't done it so far.
But you're
But
following
yes,
other
Have you been successful nevertheless?
other suggestions? Are you following other suggestions?
in fact, some of the things that about the signature, my signature was always upward slanting. So it was perfect anyways.
Okay.
So you suggested very few things to me, of which one was, I guess, the spelling change. I did not implement it.
Okay.
I think you told me my phone number was okay. So
And what's
it's all
your date
okay.
of birth?
31st July.
And where were you born?
Where?
Yeah,
Gwalior.
Gwalior. Okay, okay. So you haven't
So
followed.
number 4 is not good with number 8. Is that what you
For
said?
you to follow also, I have written avoid doing anything important on 4 and 8.
Avoid doing anything.
या
on
आपने
phone.
अपने रिपोर्ट्स भी नहीं पढ़े हैं, स्पेलिंग भी फॉलो नहीं कर रहे हो, 10,000 बहुत कम है लगता है आपके लिए अमाउंट.
Right, Sanjay ji. A lot of us, human endeavor, our belief in our abilities, intelligence, good looks for some people, we believe that that is what will make us successful. Does numerology take the steam away by saying that it's all a matter of luck and changing a few letters or
Absolutely
numbers?
not. Absolutely
Will I just
not.
become overnight successful if I just change my name or change my number?
Now, when we end our synopsis or our readings, we ended it with the lines that success is a blend of good fortune and hard work. In fact, if I worked 8-9 hours in my sales job, I do often sometimes work more than that. I told you I come back home at 4 and 5, but when I travel outside Mumbai or India, I work from morning 9 to probably night 9 and 10. और जब आप आए थे मेरे से दिल्ली में मिलने, आपने देखा होगा 2 डजन लोगों को बाहर बैठे हुए. तो सुबह से रात तक मैं काम वहाँ पे करता हूँ. So there is no shortcut, sir. Hard work और मेहनत करनी है. If a gangster changes his spelling, he'll still die by the bullet.
If you're a gangster in the audience, numerology is not going to help you much. Okay, we are about to end this session. Your last chance for asking Sanjay Jumaani any questions.
Not
your
a
name.
last chance, I would beg
Last
to
chance
differ.
in this seminar.
Jumani.com विजिट कीजिए, कभी भी मिलना चाहो और एडवाइस फॉलो करना चाहो तब आइए मुझे मिलने के लिए.
Sorry.
तो मेरा टाइम वेस्ट होगा, आपके पैसे.
Last chance in this seminar today to
You're
ask your questions. Yeah, we'll just come to you. We'll just get the ladies' question first.
Yeah. One simple question, like you said, you have to mix your date of birth with zodiac sign. And zodiac again, which one you will take? The sun
We
or
consider
moon?
the sun sign, madam.
Sun sign.
We are following the English calendar. तो sun sign calculation जो कुंडली होती है मून साइन की कैलकुलेशन फॉलो करते हैं. लेकिन विद ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट टू देम, आप न्यू ईयर रात को 12 बजे मनाते हैं, यू किस योर हस्बैंड एट 12 o'clock एंड नॉट एट 4 in the morning. आपसे कोई कहेगा कौन से ईयर में है, आप कहोगे 2016 में, यू विल नॉट से 1820 संवत में हूँ मैं.
Okay.
सो वी आर मोस्टली फॉलोइंग इंग्लिश कैलेंडर. न्यूज़ चैनल भी आप अगर ऑन करेंगे 12 बजे रात को देखेंगे, डेट चेंज होगा सून आफ्टर वी क्रॉस 12.
Go ahead.
Your
Hold
date
on,
of
hold
birth,
30th October 1980.
birth date,
Can you use a mic? so
Sorry?
we can hear? 1 second, sir. We'll just use a mic. 30th October what?
1982.
no, he doesn't need to use a mic, he needs to use speakers. I asked him his budget.
Budget.
That's how you get, that's how you become successful. Don't give everything away free.
Sky is the
3,
limit.
6 and 9. 3, 6 और 9 बेस्ट नंबर्स हैं आपके फॉर यू टू डू एनीथिंग इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड इफ ऑल ऑफ यू वांट टू नो विच नंबर्स आर गुड फॉर यू, यूट्यूब में जाइए, संजय बी जुमानी टाइप कीजिए और आपके पहली डेट ऑफ बर्थ के नंबर को आप टाइप कीजिए सर्च इंजन में. जैसे आप 5 तारीख बॉर्न है, 5th, 14th, 23rd, जस्ट टाइप संजय बी जुमानी वीडियो नंबर 5 और आपको कम से कम 10 से 15 मिनट के सजेशंस मिलेंगे ऑन योर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, ऑन योर स्ट्रेंथ, ऑन द डूज एंड डोंट्स, ऑन योर वीकनेस, ऑन योर लकी नंबर्स, ऑन योर लकी कलर्स एंड सो ऑन. इट्स ऑल देयर ऑन यूट्यूब.
So you add the entire birth date or just the birth
लाइक
date?
आई सेड, पहली डेट सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है, तो आपकी पहली डेट को पहले आप डालिए.
First add your birthday and then the entire
Yes,
day,
yes.
month
Then
and
watch
year.
the video later on for your destiny number also.
Okay,
date,
so
month,
that's how
and
you do it. Yes, we'll just get your mic. Hold on.
It's warming up.
You said the black color is bad for a cricket team or something like that. So why the rugby team of New Zealand, which is
That's a
known as
good
black-
question, sir. Rugby is a destructive sport. Even red marks जो है ना, आपको अगर गिराना है लोगों को तो रेड पहनिए. फुटबॉल फील्ड में चेल्सिया पहनती है रेड और बहुत अच्छा करते हैं, तो लेकिन लाइफ इज़ नॉट अ फुटबॉल फील्ड और अ रग्बी फील्ड. तो उस डिस्ट्रक्टिव स्पोर्ट के लिए ब्लैक अच्छा है और रेड इज़ गुड फॉर फुटबॉल एंड फॉर सच एक्टिविटीज़. रेड इज़ मार्स, मंगल, द फायरी प्लैनेट विच वी कैन सी विद द नेकेड आई. रेड कलर इनफैक्ट औरतों को शादी के समय भी पहनाते थे एक टाइम पे, क्योंकि उस टाइम की औरतें काफ़ी टिमिड थी. आजकल बात अलग है.
So one more thing, people say that you should wear black धागा or something like that.
ताकि नज़र ना लगे थोड़ा सा ब्लैक, तो वो तो एज इट इज़ यू आर कैरिंग ऑन योर हेड.
It's like vaccination. A little illness to prevent a big illness.
So I guess we are done. I can
We're
go
done. I think
back
there are
to
no
my
more
wife
questions.
And my Carter Road walk.
I'm seeing if anybody is too shy to ask a question. Just give them a minute. Right, I think we're done.
Thank you. All the
Mr.
best.
Jumaani, thank you very much.
God bless you all and God bless the Sensex.